2025. What a year. For some, it was just another 365 days, but for us, at Future Sphere, it was the year the moon officially got closer. You are looking at a masterpiece, NASA's official record, SLS 5520. 20 minutes of raw, unfiltered engineering history. From January to December, across every corner of the United States, thousands of minds worked toward one goal, Artemis II and III. Let's walk through the milestones that defined our path. Back to the lunar surface. The heart of the mission starts here, inside the vehicle assembly building. Look at that core stage. It is the absolute backbone of the SLS, massive yet fragile. In these shots, you can see the meticulous process of stacking the two solid rocket boosters. These aren't just tubes of fuel, folks. They provide over 75% of the initial thrust. And then, the marriage. The interim cryogenic propulsion stage, being lowered with surgical precision. Finally, the crown jewel, the Orion spacecraft. When Orion sits on top of that stack, it stops being a collection of parts, and it starts being a spaceship. Building a moon rocket isn't just about physics, it's about logistics. Watch this. The Orion stage adapter leaving the Marshall Space Flight Center in Alabama. Moving these components is like a high-stakes ballet. One wrong bump, 1 degree of tilt, and years of work could be ruined. But the teams at Marshall and Kennedy, they have it down to a science. This is American industry at its finest, connected from Huntsville to Cape Canaveral. Precision on the move.
Request DoD rescue assistance. DoD copy, sent last abort.
Now, let's talk about the most important part of Artemis II, the humans. Space is dangerous, period. That's why you see these intense training sessions. NASA, collaborating with the Department of Defense, is practicing for the worst-case scenarios. Launch abort training. If something goes wrong during the climb, the crew needs to know they can get out and get home. From water recovery drills in the Pacific to simulated pad aborts, every single second is rehearsed. Because when you're sitting on top of a fueled rocket, there is no room for maybe. NASA isn't just looking at the next mission. They are looking beyond. While Artemis II is getting ready for the pad, the hardware for Artemis III is already being born. Look at these shots from the Michoud Assembly Center. Huge welding machines, new tanks, new boosters. This is where the mission to put the first woman and the first person of color on the moon starts. The cycle of exploration never stops. We aren't just visiting, we are building a permanent highway to the stars. 2025 was the year of preparation. 2026, that will be the year of execution. Every bolt tightened, every weld inspected, every mile traveled in this video has led us to this moment. The SLS is no longer a dream. It is a reality, standing on the pad, waiting for its call to the stars. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the archives of SLS 5520. I'm Adam from Future Sphere. Keep looking up, because we are going back. And this time, we are staying.